Rahman Rahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Please share and subscribe the channel that you will receive my video as soon as possible. The last topic of chapter number 2 is equilibrium. The question is, what is a equilibrium? The state of a body, under the action of a several force, the state of a body under the action of several forces acting together, where is no change occur in translational or rotational motion. Rotational motion is called equilibrium. या सिंपल वर्ड में the body are called to be in equilibrium when the acceleration is zero. वो बॉडी जो यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में हो या रेस्ट पर हो उसको हम क्या नाम देते हैं? इक्विलिब्रियम देते हैं. बिकॉज द इक्विलिब्रियम कैन बी डिफाइंड एज व्हेन द बॉडी इज एट रेस्ट आर मूविंग विद अ यूनिफॉर्म मोशन इज कॉल्ड equilibrium. Or in simple word we are saying when the acceleration is zero, the body are said to be in equilibrium. Now the question, equilibrium, we are studying equilibrium in two ways. One is called translational equilibrium, translatory equilibrium, and other is rotatory equilibrium. अब इसके भी दो फॉर्म है. ट्रांसलेटरी मीन स्टैटिक एंड डायनामिक ट्रांसलेटरी, and second is also static or dynamic rotational equilibrium. Now first of all, equilibrium. The body are said to be in equilibrium if it is at rest or moving with uniform motion. For example, a book laying on the table, for example, the pen laying on the page, or a moving paratrooper. All these are the example of equilibrium. Translatory equilibrium means when a body is moving in a straight path, for example a car, a paratrooper, or etc. So equilibrium इसमें भी equilibrium में हो सकती हैं. अब इसके भी दो केस में गए हैं, static और dynamic translatory. For example, a motor is at rest is a static example of static rest. Whereas dynamic, a motor is moving with a uniform motion, just like on a motorway you are moving with the 100 kilometer per hour. So this is the example of dynamic translatory equilibrium. Similarly, rotatory equilibrium, फैन को ले ले, पंखे को ले ले, पंखा या तो रेस्ट पर होगा या यूनिफॉर्मली मोशन करता रहेगा. So this is called static equilibrium और रोटेशनल डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम. अच्छा, एक और एग्जांपल, जब डायनामिक होता है तो इसमें भी एक्सेलरेशन तो ए तो ज़ीरो नहीं होता, तो वहाँ पे अल्फा होती है जो ज़ीरो होता है. अल्फा इज कॉल्ड एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन. सो दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द इक्विलिब्रियम बेटा. Example of translatory motion, for example a paratrooper, or static example a book laying on the table, or we can say a book falling from a table, etc., under the action of several forces. Another example, static equilibrium, the fan is at rest or moving with uniform circular motion is the example of equilibrium. There is another some definition that we want to discuss, and that is what is the concurrent forces? Concurrent forces beta can be defined as when two or more than two forces acting on a body and the body is at rest are moving with uniform motion is called concurrent forces. या इसको सिंपल वर्ड में इस तरह भी कह सकते हैं, वो फोर्सेस जो एक ही पॉइंट ऑफ पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन पे अमल कर रहा हो. फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज़ अ बॉडी, this is a force, this is a force, this is a force, this is a force. So this is the central point where all the forces are going. Line of action उसका एक point पे जा रहा है. These forces are called concurrent forces, but this forces is not a concurrent forces. One is acting here and other is acting here. This is the central point, so they are doesn't passing through these one. So these are called not concurrent. These forces are called concurrent forces, and the concurrent forces are very necessary for the equilibrium. अब है आपके पास condition of equilibrium. There are two condition of equilibrium. Better you have studied in 9th course. One is called first condition of equilibrium, condition of equilibrium, and other is called second condition of equilibrium. फर्स्ट कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम वो है द सम ऑफ ऑल फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन द बॉडी मस्ट बी इक्वल टू ज़ीरो. फॉर एग्जांपल ये एक बॉडी है, इस पे चार फोर्सेस अमल कर रहे हैं, इस चार फोर्सेस के अमल के बावजूद भी ये रेस्ट पर हो, इस कॉल्ड फर्स्ट कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम. दिस इज कॉल्ड समेशन ऑफ एफ इज इक्वल टू ज़ीरो. दिस इज आई इज इक्वल टू 1 अप टू n. This is called summation, which is showing the plus. This is has been introduced in 1600. This is the short form of the equation. This is called fi. This is called lower limit. This is called upper limit. So in here in the above example, let's say this is 1 2 3 4. So how much force is acting on this body? So you can write these forces in the form of I is equal to 1. I is equal to कितने हैं 4. I is equal to 4, Fi is equal to 0. If you want to write in a complete way, so we can write the F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus F4 is called equilibrium. But there is another example which we are also discussing. For example, there is a body. For example, this is the body, and on this body there are two forces acting. One is this direction and other is in this direction. How we can find these forces? According to the first condition, we will resolve this one into this one and this forces into this one. We will component, इसको हम component बनाएंगे. तो this is called summation of fy, and this is called summation of fx. So we can say fx is equal to 0, summation of fy is equal to 0. This is also called first condition of equilibrium, but this is in component form when they are making an angle with the surface. Okay beta. Next, the second condition of equilibrium can be defined as the sum of all torque acting on a body must be equal to 0. For example, summation torque will be equal to 0. किस तरह? फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल ये आपके पास एक शीशा है और ये उसका फुलक्रम है, एक बच्चा इधर बैठा है, एक इधर बैठा है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड क्लॉकवाइज, दिस इज कॉल्ड एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, एंड इट स्टेट इन अ रेस्ट फॉर्म. दिस इज कॉल्ड सेकंड कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम. अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस आर the shopkeeper, or we are saying another example, we are using a pen just like this one and just like this one. यहाँ पे वो हाथ में रख देता है और इधर कोई चीज़ डालता है, टमाटर वगैरह, इधर कोई किलो वगैरह डालता है. सो क्लॉकवाइज इज इक्वल टू एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. दिस इज़ द सेकंड कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम. ओके, अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू. दिस इज़ द एंड ऑफ द सेकंड चैप्टर. ओके बेटा, नाउ वी विल स्टार्ट चैप्टर नंबर 3 इन कमिंग वीडियो. प्लीज़ सी. बेटा एक रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, कम अज़ कम इसको देखें और बाद में ये फिर गिला ना करें. जब आप कॉलेज में आएंगे तो आपसे मैं इस वीडियो के दरमियान में से पूछूंगा कि इस वीडियो में मैंने दरमियान में कोई हिंट्स दिया है. ओके, अस्सलाम.